this up. On the run from inside his own 5.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
How about special teams being special?
The fuck do you do that quick?
You got a kick return touchdown.
Oh, shit.
First kick takes it, busts it through, uses the speed, takes it all the way back to the house. What a start.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board.
Fucking wind on this game is fucking crazy. Not how I wanted to start the game out.
Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
The give to the tailback. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Howard. They're bringing heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man on the right. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Direct snap. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it, going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass.
Oh, that sounds like how you doing. You're tired?
Down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They have
this is foosball. That mama thinks is the devil. No, I'm not playing. Huh? The what circle?
They'll try to run for it.
Hey, shut up. Nobody.
About that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Days! Shut up!
No man's land. Once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage, or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big first down.
Shut up. Don't you talk back to me, little bitch.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They needed
what else?
more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive,
Huh?
a bunch of plays, but all All that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Might as well stick with him. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense was on to something there. They were sensing screen might be coming up. D-line did a great job staying home, getting close to the running back and tackling him for no gain.
This offense has a second down play. He'll put the tight end in motion. Good run there. He has enough for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Buckeyes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Line gets set, first down. Touch pass on the run. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around.
Shit, that's a Matt flag in the midway right there. That shit was fucking
by
dumb.
30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Johnson looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking left. Makes the grab. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Spence. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Looking to the big tight end. Tosses it incomplete.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target. They're just not on the same page.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's got him still on his feet. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Johnson wants to throw it. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy. Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll go with a direct snap. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
First down, physicality runs football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just chews up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance.
Ooh, what the fuck?
Down at the 16 would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Game's going on in this little party.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Fires to the wideout.
No way.
A huge gain on that one before he ran out of
This
bounds.
dude's
and he
steady
has
getting
the
hit
first
and
down.
still hitting targets.
This defense is going to have their
Yeah.
hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times across the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start...
Gonna take a shot.
I was about to start spazzing out.
Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game...
James, if you don't move, I'll shut this bitch off.
It's a good throw. You got to make the catch.
Oh, but you didn't say nothing when Marco did.
His shit's on the corner. Yours is right in the middle.
Wow, James.
Yeah, I threw underneath that bus. So what? Who's Miami?
He is.
A long way to go.
He is?
The offense is gonna
Yeah.
give it a shot.
Have to treat
They'll
Tennessee
try
like.
to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads it
Green
left.
chips.
And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
That is a great job by this defense.
Don't get chips on the
Coming
bed.
up big on fourth
Mommy will be
down.
mad, okay?
Matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was
Don't make a mess.
quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and
That
flew
deserves
down with
hearts.
some bad intentions.
I'm going now. Bye to mainstream.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Touch pass on the jet sweep. On his feet at the 40. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Buckeyes may be
Fortnite's doing Star Wars again.
This has an old school vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
They'll give it to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
They really wanted to give him that shit.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. The official says no good.
You're joking.
And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
Oh, man.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the play. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Feeling some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Open space at the 25. Running toward the tape. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Let's see what that does.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Kick is short, and he's going to try to make something happen. And he'll have to boom one from 58 yards out and be mindful to guide it in from the left hash. Turns it on down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
How about the kick 6? What a return. And think about it. You go for the long field goal, do a good job of keeping somebody deep for the return. And here's the hard thing. All those offensive linemen trying to protect the field goal. Now they got to go try to make a tackle. Too much speed. What an amazing return. What a big play.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even. this defense better step up and respond.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They keep it on the ground to open the third.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Little nigga.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back goes in motion. Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37.
Here we go. Reload.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Oh.
No mid-season concentration lapse.
Why'd I do that?
7 as they push out that lead. What an explosive
Fumble.
eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Going for the return. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Caught in the backfield, it's Dillon. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Pocket starts to collapse. The Commodores get enough for the first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. And the Commodores racing to the line in the hurry up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now he'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that is the cardinal sin of playing the quarterback position. Rolling out either direction, throwing it back across your body to the middle of the field, man, you are asking for trouble. The defense makes it.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for room. It's Judkins. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Snap it to the back. He couldn't get close to the marker. Got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He's got it inside the 15. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Flushed out of the pocket. And it's picked off at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They go to the ground. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Johnson looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. They run the reverse. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Ball's at the 26. It's third and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42, Spider. Check.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Get set.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Motion from the offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt.
Roughing the kicker.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Howard.
Nick, who you playing?
Donny.
In what league?
The new one.
The new league we just played?
Yeah.
They put that.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this
It's
game?
been pushed, nigga.
And it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception,
I don't know, go find out.
now that generates the momentum.
It's in the chat.
A spark to maybe.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to fire deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after.
Racing down the left side. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Johnson wants to throw it. Trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win?
And he picked it off in their end zone. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
That is the easiest pick you will ever have in your life. You talk about a pick six, all he returned it made people miss. Nope, nice play in the end zone to catch the football, get the pick, put 6 points on the board for this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late. Now, he tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He's going up top here late in the game. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Looking for room at the 30.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. We learn a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick...
The ball's free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways, and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Bars.
And you knew this was...
Bars.
But how about an explanation for
know what that means. How you doing?
Great day, and the stats just continue to pile
Poor
up.
dog.
And with the extra point, the lead
Poor
is
dog.
even bigger. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
All right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Timeout is called by the defense. 12 seconds remain in the football game. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Looks as if he's going to run it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.